Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sheri, and today on this Skincare Saturday video, we have something that is giving me a little bit of anxiety, and I will tell you why. We're gonna take a break from our face skin and move right on into our body skin. Oh yeah, you heard right. Today we are going to test the Bean Body Coffee Scrub with skin-loving coconut oil, vitamin E, and sea salt. Now, why are we doing this, you say? Well, because I'll tell you, what was intriguing to me is what it says: formulated to target dry skin, stretch marks, cellulite, and skin imperfections. So I thought to myself, you have dry skin, you certainly have stretch marks, you for sure have cellulite, and some skin imperfections. Now, as much as I don't want to put my body on the internets, I'm going to, in the name of science. Now, why this makes me so nervous is because up till now, we're just used to seeing this mug all over the internets. And today, we're gonna see my belly and my hips. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about it. And the only reason why I'm going to do it is because number one, I do want to see if this shit works. And number two, I know that all of you are so nice that you're not gonna fucking rip me when I show you my belly. So let's just put on our science hat, and we're only going to be focusing on the stretch marks, the skin imperfections, and I don't know if the areas I'll show will be exactly like ridden with cellulite, because I'm not gonna show like my butt cheeks or my inner thighs, but for the most part, what I am really curious about is the stretch marks and the skin imperfections, especially on my stomach. I know, and maybe you guys have the same thing, like the sides of my hips, I've had stretch marks there since I've been a teen. You know, when you go through all your growth spurts and stuff, I got stretch marks like on the outsides of my hips, and then my belly got the stretch marks from having a kid. And then the skin imperfections on my belly, can they be classified as imperfections? You know, like the sagging? The ripply sagging? I'm hoping that's classified as a skin imperfection because that's what I'd like to target, as well as the stretch marks. I got this at the grocery outlet. It does say compared to $18.99, and the grocery outlet price was $7.99. So for $8, we got the Bean Body Coffee Scrub. I chose the flavor mandarin. They had like 3 flavors, not that we're gonna eat it. Scent doesn't really matter. On the back of the packaging, it says rough skin, dry skin, stretch marks, and cellulite. Body Bean is up for the challenge. Basically, I read the back of the package at the grocery outlet and I was like, yeah, rough skin, yeah, dry skin, yeah, stretch marks and cellulite. So yeah, I'm about it. Hopefully this works. All we have to do is get wet, rub a large handful of scrub in circular massage motions, focusing on your problem areas. Leave to dry for 5 minutes and finish with a quick rinse. For best results, have a scrub with me at night. Basically, they want you to jump in the shower at night, scrub down your body, and be done with it. Bean Body will brighten, nourish, hydrate, and smooth. Nowhere on this packaging does it promise results in X amount of time. I figured we would just use this up, and once this was gone, our test would be over. That could be a week, that could be 8 days, that could be 3 days. I don't know really how much is in here, and according to the packaging, we have to use a large handful. Maybe there's like 8 to 10 large handfuls in here every night, 8 to 10 nights. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So by the time this package is empty, hopefully we see some results. I have already taken my before pictures of my belly and my left hip and my right hip. And then when this is all said and done, we'll take afters of those same body parts. I'm not gonna get in the shower right now because that would just be weird. So basically, I'm gonna stand here and we're gonna simulate a shower with my squirt bottle, and then we're just gonna rub it on, let it sit for 5 minutes, and see what happens. And this is gonna be extra weird because you guys aren't used to this on a Skincare Saturday video. I brought in a camera too, so we can really focus on the belly and the hips. Super stoked. So yeah, let's just get to it, get it over with, and call it day one. So first, let's open this puppy up. Has the nice little rip thing, and then it has the Ziploc. I want to smell it. Looks like ground up coffee. Oh, that was way too big of a inhale. It smells like ground up coffee. Oh, you know what it smells like? Oh my gosh, this is what it totally smells like. A really cheap chocolate, you know, like during the holidays, the cheap chocolate, perfect example. They're shaped like bottles, and inside there's liquid. Usually it's alcohol. It doesn't smell that great. Like an orange liqueur, cheap ass chocolate with like an orange liqueur or an orange like marmalade or gel on the inside. That's what this smells like. You're thinking, oh, that doesn't sound like that smells bad. It does. It doesn't smell awesome. It's okay. I'm not gonna die. So let's wet my belly and get to scrubbing. Okay, so I've just tied my sweatshirt up so my midsection is exposed, and have my squirt bottle, and we're just gonna get wet, rub a large handful of scrub in circular motions, leave on to dry for 5 minutes. So let's get wet. Oh my gosh, this squirt bottle is gonna be cold too. Oh yeah. Well, let's just get it all. Hips. Oh, jeez Louise. This is dumb. Okay, I'm sufficiently wet. So it says large handful. So I'm just reaching in, digging in like it's dirt. It's very messy. I suggest you do this in the shower, like it says. There's so much coffee grounds everywhere. Okay, rubbing in circular motions, focusing on trouble areas like stretch marks. I don't know how long I'm supposed to rub in circles, but this is what we're doing. I'm supposed to leave on to let dry for 5 minutes. We get all of our side stretch marks. Okay. I really don't know how rubbing coffee grinds on my belly and my stretch marks is going to get rid of them, but hopefully, right? Okay, we gotta wait 5 minutes. Okay, we're like 1 minute shy of the 5 minutes that I'm supposed to wait for this to dry. But as I was just standing here doing nothing, I was like, wait, if you do this in the shower and then you're supposed to wait 5 minutes to let it dry, you can't have shower water running because A, that's gonna hit your belly or wherever you're putting this. This makes no sense. This might actually be the best way to do it. If you're in the shower, your whole body's wet, you've washed your hair, maybe you put conditioner on, and then you're like, oh, now I'll scrub my stretch marks and cellulite away. Well, then you're gonna have to turn off the water. So then you're standing there completely wet and naked with wet hair in the shower for 5 minutes, freezing your ass off. And then you gotta turn the water back on and then rinse everything off. That doesn't make much sense. I don't know. Maybe this is the only way to do it and like be able to stay warm. I don't know. I'll try it in the shower and let you guys know. But yeah, I think it's been 5 minutes. Feels dry. Yeah, let's rinse it off and see what happens. Okay, I think the rinsing off is gonna be a little bit of an issue because does this just rinse off and run down my legs and onto my floor? I don't know. I was thinking I have a little towel. Maybe I can like, I don't know. I have no fucking clue. Let's just see what happens. We're gonna rinse. Maybe I'll catch it with the towel. It definitely, the water makes it like turn into coffee, which is so funny because if we don't like it for our stretch marks, we can just like, you know, put it in the Keurig and have some nice Mandarin coffee. It actually is coming off easier than I thought. Maybe do this like outside of the shower, and then when you're getting ready to get into the shower, that's when you rinse it off. That might be a little bit easier. Coffee grounds in my belly button. It actually does leave your skin very smooth. Very smooth. That's kind of nice. So I think that I am coffee ground free and everything is dry. My skin does feel nice. Nice, nice, nice. Did I say nice? Yeah, I'm just gonna rub my belly like a little Buddha all night long. Now, it was just the first application. Obviously, I still have a shit ton of stretch marks. Nothing is happening overnight. Those stretch marks are legit right there. Not as bad on this side, actually. This side, they're very, very, very visible. So I'd be curious to know if these go away. And then on my belly, it's like this skin right here. You know that skin. We all have that skin. Well, not all of us. A lot of us have that skin if we're older and we've had children. That skin right there is what I'm hoping will change. So you might be asking yourself, Sheri, why on earth did you decide that you wanted to just show all your junk out on the YouTubes? Well, because A, aren't you curious? And B, summer's coming. I wanted to see if I could get these stretch marks and this belly looking a little bit better this summer when I'm in my bathing suit. And I was curious, is this shit gonna work and do what it says? It says it's formulated to target dry skin, stretch marks, cellulite, and skin imperfections. I wanna know if it works. By the way my stomach feels right now and my hips feel right now, I do wanna use it on my butt. I'm just saying. It's kind of one of those things where even if it doesn't work like it says it's gonna work, it might be nice just to use this to exfoliate your body before you wanna go lay by the pool, or you wanna wear a nice short dress and you want your legs all exfoliated and smooth. Could come in handy. For $8, I don't know if I'd use it for that, but it's nice. Fingers crossed, it does a little bit of what it says it's gonna do. We're only on day 1. We're gonna use it until it runs out, and that's gonna be our test. So we'll see. I'll check back in soon. Okay, so this isn't really this is day 7 or whatever, because I don't use this every day. And by this, I mean this. I have it on my belly and my stretch marky hips right now, but I think this is about the 7th time I have used it since I opened this package. Here's the reason why. It is the most cumbersome thing ever on the planet. It is messy as all get out. This is a pain right here. I've tried it a million different ways. It is physically, unless you've got the most ginormous shower where you can stand off to one side and the water doesn't hit you. But even then, you freeze your ass off, because I did try I'll get in the shower, wet my hair, wet my body, wet everything. I'll put this on first, and then I'll move the shower head over there. So it's pointing at the corner, and I'll stand over here, even though my shower's not that big. And then I'll wash my hair and whatever, rinse everything off. Well, while standing over here, shaving my armpits, washing my hair, doing things that I think take 5 minutes in total without the water hitting me, and just this right here trying to dry, I was freezing. It was a very uncomfortable shower. I don't even think I left this on for 5 minutes because I just wanted to get under the hot water so bad. That was the one way I tried it. The first way I tried it, I stood here with a towel on the floor, squirted my body with a squirt bottle, and then rubbed it on, and then squirted my body with a squirt bottle again, and then wiped it off with a damp towel. That was messy. It got everywhere. Then what I was doing for a couple of times in a row is I was standing in my bathtub, with the sweatshirt on, tied up, and then naked from the sweatshirt down. Same squirt bottle method, rubbed it on, then got out of my bathtub and washed my face. So I was trying to double duty stuff. Did all my face regimen stuff, took my sweatshirt off, and then got in the shower. That was okay, except it wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the most ideal. I don't want to clean the bathtub every single time. Then I went back to the towel method on the floor, doing it, waiting, and then jumping in the shower. But then I didn't like the towel method because then I found I was sweeping up my whole entire bathroom floor afterwards. It's messy. It is messy. Little coffee granules get everywhere. And here's why. Sugar scrubs or salt scrubs that I've had before for the shower, they're kind of more, oily. And so the sugar and the salt, when you get it out, it holds together, like wet sand holds together. This does not. Look, it's dry ass coffee grounds in here. Standing outside of your shower trying to be half clothed, half not, it's a shit show. It gets everywhere. The bathtub was a good scenario because at least it's staying in the bathtub, but then I didn't want to rinse out the bathtub every single time. So now what I did, I got into the shower with my tank top and my bra still on, was naked from the waist down, squirted my body, and then put it on. So at least when I get back in the shower to rinse this off, the shower water spray will put everything down the drain. But right now, the bottom of my shower has a shit ton of coffee grounds on it because here's your hand, we'll call this hand my belly. The minute you go like that, if you don't go like super fast, whatever doesn't hit, it just falls to the ground. Yeah, that's the gripe. The letting it dry for 5 minutes is a huge pain in the ass. Like at this point, I don't really even care if my stretch marks are going away right now because it is so inconvenient. And that's why I've only used it. This is my 7th time putting it on and it's been, gosh, 2 weeks maybe. And believe me, I want my stretch marks to go away. Summer is coming. I want to be by the pool. I want my belly skin and my hip skin to look good. I want all of the promises from this, I want to happen. It's just the actual scrub itself is pain in my ass. The directions for the scrub, pain in my ass. What's it say here? Best results, have a scrub at night with me. Oh yeah, if you want to spend your evening fucking cleaning your bathroom afterwards, no thank you. And it's, you can't, and I don't shower at night. Typically, I shower in the morning. There's no way I'm doing this before work when I shower. There's no way. I feel like it needs to be more like wet sand. If it didn't go all over the place, that would be a huge plus. I could deal maybe with the wait time of 5 minutes for it to dry. Speaking of the wait time for 5 minutes, I gotta go rinse this off. So I'm gonna jump in the shower, rinse this off, wash my hair, and come right back. Okay, so I'm out of the shower and I'm all rinsed off. Like I said, I don't remember if I've done it 7 times, 8 times. The bag has that much left, but after however many times I've used it, I mean, seriously, what do we think? It's kind of hard to tell. I feel like my stretch marks are still there. I feel like my belly skin, while smooth, still looks the same. There's stretch marks all right there. Now, it doesn't have like a promise of, will for sure get your stretch marks gone in, 7 times or 8 times. It doesn't have any promise, actually. It just says it's formulated to target dry skin, stretch marks, cellulite, and skin imperfections. So let's hope it's targeting all of those things and that it's completely done being targeted by the time I'm done with this. If not, while I'm sitting waiting for all this to dry, I had some thoughts. About it. And while I'm no scientist, I would like to play one on TV. I started thinking, what is it about the wait time? Like, why don't they just say, rub it on, rinse it off? Like, why do we have to wait? Is it the caffeine? Is the 5 minutes giving the caffeine in the coffee time to like absorb into my skin and eat away my stretch marks? I can't believe that they would make you wait for 5 minutes for it to dry if it was merely just an exfoliant. That's what it feels like when I'm rubbing it on. It just feels like an exfoliator, like a salt scrub or a sugar scrub. Is it the caffeine? Because there is nothing in here, to me, again, no scientist. On the back, it says organic coffee beans, sucrose, coconut oil, almond oil. It's like a bunch of oils and some coffee grounds. It's too loose. It's not like a sugar scrub or a salt scrub that stays together when you get it like wet sand. Seriously, see how loose that is? Can you imagine belly, boom, everything falls to the floor? That's what got me thinking. I thought to myself, Sheri, if it is the caffeine that we have to wait for, why can't we just make it ourselves? This was $8. I don't trust the grocery outlets compared to price of $18.99. I just don't. I paid $8. Point of story is, coffee grounds. I got coffee beans and I got a coffee grinder so I can make coffee grounds. So that's check. Skin loving coconut oil. I've got organic coconut oil because a couple Christmas or whatever ago, I made everybody a bunch of sugar scrubs and I used that coconut oil and I still have it. Coconut oil, check. Vitamin E, Not sure if I have it, but I can go to the store and get it. And I have essential oils and I have sea salt, although I have seen 0 sea salt in this at all. I have almond oil. So if I can make this using the same ingredients, and really the wait time is about the caffeine in the coffee, I could make it to a consistency that I prefer, that holds together a little better and is less messy. And then I might be more apt to use it all of the time. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this Skincare Saturday has officially turned into a DIY Wednesday. I feel like we can make this, and I feel like our concoction will do exactly what this concoction does. I have all the supplies. I mean, there aren't many. Organic coffee beans, well, I don't know. I have some Starbucks coffee. Christmas blend, it's dark cherry and spice. And then I also have lemon and dark cocoa notes, whatever this is. This one seems good to me because it said dark cocoa notes, and I feel like, oh yeah, cocoa seed powder. Hello, right here in the coffee beans. Killing 2 birds, people. Second ingredient on the list, organic coconut oil. Well, guess what? I have certified fair trade Dr. Bonner's organic virgin coconut oil right here. So check. Then it says almond oil. Got it. Got it at the grocery outlet. Jojoba oil. And I was like, oh shit, I don't have jojoba oil. But then I remembered, oh yes I do, because I have a jojoba oil everyday facial oil sample right here. So hello, got that checked off too. Citrus peel oil, the mandarin citrus peel, which is this flavor. I kind of didn't like the smell of it, so I decided I'm gonna use tea tree oil instead because tea tree oil is good for your skin. And then the very last ingredient, which I don't have, the hyaluronic acid. But if you know anything about the way they list the ingredients, it's supposed to go from most concentrated to least. Hyaluronic acid is the very last ingredient on here, and so there's probably only like a drop of it. I don't have it, I'm not putting it in. So as you know, the reason why I'm doing this is because I hate the consistency of this. Look at, it's very, very loose. Like, tell me where all of these oils and shit are in this, because to me, this just feels like coffee grounds. It's very loose and I can't stand it, and it makes me not want to use it. Even if it is working, I'll never know because I'm not using it as often as I probably should. I mean, look, just with that little movement, it's already on my counter making a mess. And you know, we're just gonna wing this. I should probably get out a piece of paper so I can write down what we do so I can leave you the recipe in case you wanna make it. That's a brilliant idea, Sheri. Thank you. You're always so giving and kind and loving and thinking about us. I know you guys. It's my nature. I have my notepad so we can take notes of what we do. But as we're going along, because we're winging it, we might play around with the measurements. So our first step is to melt the coconut oil. So I have a little bowl here. I don't know, let's try, I don't know, what do you think? I say a small batch first to see if we like it. That's 2 tablespoons. We can always add, we can't subtract. So let's start out with melting 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Let's write that down. Let's put that in the microwave. We'll just zap it real quick, and then let's grind up some coffee beans. Okay, I just zapped 2 tablespoons for 30 seconds, so I think we're good. Okay, this is like RL Test Kitchen. You know, like BA's Test Kitchen? Yeah, this is RL Test Kitchen right now. We're just making a recipe, writing our notes down. Fucking science, baby. Science for stretch marks. So, I have my measuring cup here. I don't know, I was just like, maybe we'll do a 1/4 cup. If you don't have a coffee bean grinder, magic bullet, or to be quite honest, get these already ground up coffee beans. I'm sure the consistency will be fine. That is a 1/4 cup of beans that's right in there. Not finely ground, I was gonna say chopped, just coarsely ground. Ooh, I like that consistency. Let's check it. Hell yeah. Now, seriously, I mean, I can feel that it doesn't feel as dry as this, but golly, I wish it would pack together. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix this. Who makes this? Bean Body? Look out, we're redoing your recipe for you. Yes, you can send us a thank you note later. I'm gonna use a Tupperware container to store this in. So we're gonna dump this in here. Let's dump this in. Still a little bit chunky. Oh yeah, see, look at the coffee darkening up. It's just like the darkness of this. Holy shit. It already smells delicious. Let's feel it. Kind of nice, but a little bit liquidy considering we've got to add our vitamin E oil, our tea tree, and our almond oil. So I think I am gonna grind up another 1/4 cup of beans. So now we're at a 1/2 cup of beans. So let's dump that in. Oh, that's looking good. So what's next on the ingredient list? Because let's do it in order. Wait, where's the vitamin E? I know there was vitamin E in here. Oh, it says it on the front, vitamin E. Okay, let's do vitamin E, almond oil, jojoba oil, tea tree oil. That's gonna be our order of operation. I think since we did 2 tablespoons of the coconut oil, let's do 1 tablespoon. Again, we're making this up as we go along. Let's do 1 tablespoon of the vitamin E oil. 1. And again, if we don't like the consistency, if I can add more coffee beans. Oh yeah, oh, I think that's good. It smells divine. It's holding its shape a lot better. Okay, good. Let's do a 1/2 tablespoon of almond oil and a 1/2 tablespoon of jojoba oil to start out with. Almond oil, boom. And jojoba. Okay, like, oh yeah, like we might, let's just use this up. It didn't even fill my 1/2 teaspoon, so I'm still going off that measurement, 1/2 teaspoon of jojoba oil. Stir that around. Oh, bean body, you guys didn't even know. Now all we have is to put some splashes of tea tree oil in and we are done. I don't know, 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. I can't get over the smell. Now we gotta touch it. If we hit this recipe like first try, I mean, I wouldn't surprise us because we're perfect and everything we do is money. I'm thinking we may have hit it on the first try. We'll go like this. This, coffee bean. Okay, my issue is how loose it is. So let's check this. Much less loose, almost a little bit too liquidy maybe. But look, it doesn't make a mess. It holds, oh my gosh, let's do this. I'm trying to be very scientific about it. I feel like I have the same amount in each hand and I'm squeezing them tight. I'm gonna open my hands up. See how loosey-goosey? It's staying in a clump. Look, do you see? Do you see what we did? I think we hit it. Oh, it smells so good. Oh yeah. Get out of here, coffee bean, coffee body. Nothing's falling out. Couple granules. I mean, obviously you're gonna have some fallout, I think, but for the most part, I think we did it. Look at that. It holds a ball. Okay, we did it on the first try. Yay. I just rinsed my hands. You can definitely tell the oils are in there. Like when I rinse my hands from this, they just feel dry again. But this I could definitely tell and my hands feel like, just from that little bit, totally soft. So if anything, maybe we're not getting rid of our stretch marks, but we're certainly moisturizing our bodies and exfoliating them. And now because we made this ourselves, we can make as much as we want and use it as much as we want. And now that you have the recipe, I wrote it down and I'll put it in the description below. Now you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I save jars like a crazy person. Be it marinated artichoke hearts or hot jalapenos, red pepper jelly, or I don't even know what that was. But what I'm saying is, start saving some jars, make this, put this in. Hello, my dear friend, boom. Maybe your stretch marks will go away, but guess what? Your whole body will be exfoliated and moisturized. And who doesn't want that? The stretch marks going away is an added bonus, and we're gonna see right now, Bean Body claimed that I was going to target dry skin, stretch marks, and cellulite. That's what this whole thing stemmed from. So we're gonna go ahead and see if that worked. Okay, so I just took my after pictures and my stretch marks are still there. Now, no fault of Bean Body. I mean, maybe a little bit of fault. But again, there was no like, use this every night for 2 weeks. And I certainly did not use it every single night. I probably used it 7 or 8 times total. 7 or 8 times is probably not a significant amount of time to get rid of stretch marks, if in fact, all of those ingredients put together would get rid of stretch marks. But what I did find is that yes, it's a good exfoliator for your body. Now I wouldn't use it on my face at all because those coffee bean granules are pretty sharp, but your body, like your butt, your hips, your stomach, your thighs. I mean, you know what your body is. I say occasionally in the shower, if you're looking to exfoliate, even before like shaving, exfoliate, get all the dead skin off, get all those like little pokey hairs like ready to be shaved off. That would be good. Dry skin, stretch marks, cellulite, and skin imperfections. Dry skin covered. Yeah, there's a lot of like nourishing vitamin E oil and whatnot. So yeah, I don't feel like my skin is dry. Skin imperfections, I have no clue what they mean by that because my skin looks exactly the same as it did before. Stretch marks, hell to the no, they're still there. But again, maybe if I used this on a more regular basis, maybe we would see a difference. Who knows? Point of the story is, after 7-8 uses, you compare the before and afters. Do you see any difference? No, I don't think you do. Stretch marks are still like, hey, what's up, lady? Hi. So yeah, I don't know about that. But what I did want to try really quick is I wanted to try our concoction, and I want to see the difference before we say farewell to the coffee scrub. I want to see what our concoction does. It might be exactly the same. I mean, I know the consistency is going to be a little different, but I want to see if it's as messy because of the amount of coconut oil and vitamin E oil and stuff like that. Does my skin actually even feel more or less dry? You know, more or less dry. And I'm thinking too that because we got to be the ones to say the amount of the vitamin E and what have you, I'm almost thinking our concoction might actually help us with stretch marks a little better than the Bean Body's concoction. So let's rub some of our concoction on my belly. Not that this one time is gonna magically, wouldn't that be amazing though? We're like, rub it on, rinse it off, and then I take an after picture and there's like no more stretch marks. We would make millions, but let's try ours and see what we think. Okay, just so you know, not playing favorites, doing everything exactly the same way I tested the Bean Body one. I have a towel on the floor. Here is our version in our Tupperware, which is nice because we can keep this in the shower because it's, you know, Tupperware sealed. I'm just gonna dig on in. Got a nice little handful while still messy. I mean, I'm not saying it's not gonna be messy, but I'm just wondering if it falls all over the place in tiny little coffee grounds. Let's rub it. Okay, it's still falling everywhere. But maybe not as much, and I guess it's more clumpy. The messiness is still there. Just because we made it ourselves and we got to test the consistency doesn't mean it's any less messy. However, we did make it ourselves, so we're saving money that way, and we're getting to control the amount of things that go in. So if you're maybe allergic to coconut oil or vitamin E oil or tea tree oil, you don't have to put that in. You can do whatever. Point of the story is you're gonna get yourself a nice exfoliator and let's rub it on those stretch marks and be able to like moisturize your body without spending $7.99 from the grocery outlet. It actually is, once you get the initial amount on that drops to the floor, it sticks. I think all the oils and stuff in it make it kind of stick a little better. That's a plus. But yeah, it's still on the floor. We tried. Okay, Bean Body. I do like this consistency better. It just is less loose, but I don't think it's any less messy than Bean Body, so sorry, Bean Body. However, you could stand to put a little bit more oil in yours and get yours a little tighter. That's all I'm saying. But as far as messiness is concerned, it's still fucking messy. Let's wait 5 minutes and see what happens to our skin. So you know what I did realize as I was sitting here waiting for this to dry for 5 minutes? I saw the squirt bottle. I was like, you didn't squirt your belly down. Maybe if my skin was wet, it would have helped with the fallout. Maybe not, but I just dumped that right onto my dry skin. Didn't even think about it. I must say, I'm not being like, you're awesome. I mean, I am awesome, but I'm not just trying to like, no, he's my kid. He's beautiful to me. No. I do like the consistency, the oiliness, I guess, of this. If you do put it on dry skin, it saves you from getting your body wet in the shower and fucking freezing your ass off. That's a plus. But if you did have it on your wet skin, it may help with the fallout. But now we're gonna rinse it off and see like how luxurious our midsection is. Have my squirt bottle. I'm just gonna squirt like normal. like normal, like everybody does this. And I'm just gonna wipe it off, and then we'll see the hydration and the nourished skin of it all. Yeah, definitely want to be able to do this part in the shower because it's messy. Get in my belly button, get the coffee grounds out. Definitely feels soft. I mean, but how could it not? It has 1,000,000 pounds of oil in it. These stretch marks right here, still there. Yay, stretch marks in full force. I mean, we didn't think after one time of using our concoction, our stretch marks would go away, but it would have been super nice if they did. I do feel real smooth, real exfoliated. I wouldn't say it was any more or less than Bean Body. Point of the story is, we made our own. That's our takeaway here today. So, final thoughts. I don't know if a coffee scrub claiming that it's gonna target dry skin, stretch marks, and cellulite is what we should be buying the coffee scrub for. If you're just looking to exfoliate, I say yeah. Bean Body, great. Also, thank you. Thank you very much because you inspired us to make our own coffee scrub. And for that, I love ya. For everything else that you said you would do, you just saved us anywhere from $8 to $20 on a coffee scrub because we made it ourselves. And our skin is gonna be more hydrated, smooth, and maybe one day it will make an effect on our stretch marks and we will see them fading. I don't think so, but maybe. Bean Body coffee scrub. I say make your own. I mean, I'm looking at ours right now and it just looks so much better. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? Actually, I think I'm gonna take whatever's left in this bag and mix it in with that, maybe add a little bit more oil if needed. And then voila, keep this in the shower and I'll be more apt to use it. And as far as the 5-minute wait time, the 5-minute wait time to me is a crock of shit. Maybe it's something I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me. Do we need like the caffeine or the vitamin E oil or the coconut oil or something to absorb into our skin and eat away our stretch marks and cellulite? Is that why we're waiting 5 minutes? I have no idea. But my plan for my real life coffee scrub is when I get in the shower, I'm gonna get myself wet, I'm gonna put it on, maybe point the shower head away so it doesn't like rinse immediately off, wash my hair, shave my armpits, and then rinse off. And that's what I'm gonna do. I feel like using this on my legs. Oh, our legs are gonna be gorgeous just from the scrub itself. Real life coffee scrub. It's a winner for me. So again, thank you, Bean Body. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to ring that notification bell so that you are notified of all of the Skincare Saturday / DIY Wednesday videos I push out. And share this video with your family and friends. I mean, unless you want to make them the coffee scrub and give it to them as a gift, then maybe share it with them after. But share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thanks for hanging out.